Where Are They Now stories on X Thoroughbreds cover many new life courses, eventing horses, cutting horses, trail riding horses, therapy horses, family favorites, and brood mares. A Little Less Talk was a two-time Washington champion and a good choice to pass on her genes. She was sired by 2004 Washington Horse of the Year Demon Warlock, and her dam was Training at the Bar, who won 5 of 10 starts. Tim Floyd had both of them at his Spokane farm.
She ran twice at Emerald Downs for us off a 15-month layoff and was undefeated. She won both races.
And Training at the Bar, an impressive win after coming from such a long way back and lopes to the wire. Training at the Bar by 6 or 7 lengths to Belding.
Training at the Bar's first 3 foals were all stakes horses. A Little Less Talk came in 2016.
She bred and raised right here. The mare and the stallion were here. And she was just one of those horses that when you took pictures of her, you don't get a bad one.
Owner Kelly Dugan was fully involved with Training at the Bar and A Little Less Talk.
Being involved with Tim Floyd and Warlock Stables, it's always as much communication as you want to have. And so Tim had the foal there at his place in Spokane. All the feedback was always real positive, that she played hard, she had fun, she was a good eater, she was smart. And then once we got her into Roddina's barn, the feedback, again, the communication there was great.
You know, we ran her through the yearling sale, and we had a reserve, I think, at $15,000 because her brother won the Chinook, and then we thought we're not going to let her go too cheap, and so we were very fortunate to get to keep her. So we had a lot of fun with her.
Trainer Roddina Barrett, with A Little Less Talk behind her, by the way, was always excited to get a new young horse and nicknamed her Leslie.
She's just that quarter horsey type, you know, the little speed built. She was just this cute little bundle of joy, I guess.
A Little Less Talk won at age 2 and came back better the next spring.
I found with having the demons that I had the opportunity to train, they definitely matured more coming out of that 2-year-old into their 3-year-old year. And she just blossomed. She really, really, truly blossomed that 3-year-old year.
We waited for her 3-year-old season to roll around, and, you know, I think we ran her for a tag the first time, and then we decided to take a shot in the Seattle, and I think she was 50-something to 1, and ran second to Mucho Amor, who won the race. And of course, we had the epic rematch in the Kent, which was pretty exciting, to say the least.
And these two square off down the stretch. A Little Less Talk. Mucho Amor's mid-er match. 70 yards for home. A Little Less Talk. Mucho Amor. A Little Less Talk pulled off a shocker.
A Little Less Talk was Washington champion 3-year-old filly. In 2020, Killarney Lass had won the Boeing. Could A Little Less Talk get payback?
As it developed, what became pretty clear to us, and I think others that were following her, was you might beat her once, but you're not going to beat her twice.
A Little Less Talk battles on from the inside, and these two girls will fight it out in the final furlong. Killarney Lass on the outside. A Little Less Talk, Patty Secret continues to gain, but moving through at the inside, A Little Less Talk wins the distaff.
Barrett relates a morning training story.
I still remember the day Annie was out on Killarney Lass and I was on Leslie, and I swear those two locked eyes when we were passing. And both Annie and I were like, oh, no, girls, not with us, not with us.
After the second state championship, Barrett now has broodmare, A Little Less Talk in Kentucky, with a weanling filly by Gormley at her side.
I get to see her every morning and pet her and love her.
There's plans for future breedings, and why not? A Little Less Talk had it all as a racehorse.